Well, hello everyone. How's everyone doing today? I doing two things at one time, which is kind of funny for me. I see Liani. Liani, I always say your name wrong, don't I? I'm terrible with pronunciation. I'm doing two things at once here at the office in the trees. Three things. I am drinking decaf because I am only allowed a half a cup of caffeine a day because I get cray cray. And I have my YouTube live going. So I am live on YouTube and I am live here in the Women's Success community. So I'd love to know where you are joining in from. And I thank you for joining today. We have a snowstorm outside. For those in the women's community, I can show you. It is, see, I've got my screen for my YouTube, and it is coming down. All my little stickies for my affirmations are everywhere. So where are you joining in from? Today we're going to talk about and I see somebody has joined on YouTube. So thank you. I am also live in a community on Facebook that is called the Women's Success Community. You can find that on Facebook. If you're a woman, feel free to join the Women's Success Community. It's a fun group of, it's for free, and it's a fun group of growth-minded women looking to grow their lives. So if you are on YouTube and you're watching, feel free to join. We're going to talk about the topic of accountability. Who knows something about that? Anybody? Who's got accountability in their life in some way or the other? So perhaps you have, whenever I have a low shirt on, I see an acupuncturist, and I don't know if you can see these. There's two little tiny needles that he gives me, and they stay in my clavicle, and they stay there. They usually last about 3 weeks, even with swimming. And when I'm feeling anxious, I can just push on these little pins or needles or whatever that are in me. And he also told me, for anybody who deals with anxiety, that this whole area right in here is great when you're anxious to just kind of push and massage. So there's a little tip for you. So whenever I wear a low shirt, I can see my little needles there, and probably nobody else can. So accountability, speaking of acupuncturist, that's one way that I'm accountable to myself for self-care, is by seeing an acupuncturist. What other ways are you accountable in life? This morning, every Tuesday, I have my Visions to Profits women's membership community Focus Forward Tuesday meeting. We meet every Tuesday, and it's part of their membership. Every Tuesday, it's a really quick check-in. We go around according to who joins the meeting first, according to who, we just go around the meeting, and they discuss an obstacle that they're having. I do the same. One of the members holds me accountable. So an obstacle that we're having, a success that we had for the week, and one task that we'll complete for the week. And then we do a meditation. And it's powerful, these weekly meetings that we have, because they help to keep the members and myself accountable. Also in the membership is a free vision mapping workshop quarterly. So it helps to create a plan for the quarter and then check in weekly with other people that over time, they get to know each other, the women in the community get to know each other, and to hold each other accountable. And I was talking to a new member today after the meeting about the powerful piece of accountability. And years ago, when I was doing the vision mapping retreats and the vision mapping workshops in person, I would leave, everyone would leave the workshop, the retreat, all jazzed up with this beautiful plan for the year or for 6 months. And then I didn't have a follow up piece, so I wouldn't hear from anybody again. So I was missing a really important piece, and I knew that. And I didn't know what the piece was. And so one day, because I believe in the power of vision mapping, and I knew that there was a piece missing, that I could offer people more help to actually follow through on all those beautiful things that they had written down. And so one day I was scrolling, it was a Sunday evening, and this fella popped up that was teaching people how to create membership sites. And it occurred to me that that was the missing piece. That if I could offer these women that had done these workshops, that had come to these retreats, that had felt so alive, so inspired to keep moving forward with their vision map, with their plan, if I could give them that accountability piece, that would help them even more. So that was the birth of Visions to Profits Women's Membership Community. I took a $2,000 class, and it was 2 years ago, and it was all summer long, and it was intense, and it birthed Visions to Profits Women's Membership Community, that accountability piece. And the women that are in that community, I witness miracles happening in their lives. Well, then one day, one of the members, and it's so pretty outside here. Oh my gosh, I'm so distracted with the snow. It's so pretty. One of the members said, why don't you just start calling yourself a coach? Because I was doing part of the membership packages, monthly coaching, group coaching. And she said, why don't you call yourself a coach? And I'd always kind of pulled away from that because I see so many people calling themselves coaches. Well, then I started doing the research and finding out what coaching looked like to me, what it could look like to me. And I found this organization called the International Coaching Federation. And they have a code of ethics and core principles and certain qualifications needed to call yourself a coach and to be a member of the International Coaching Federation. And I thought, oh my goodness, I was in real estate. I know what having a real estate license with a code of ethics underneath you, what that does, how that adds the professional piece. And so I started taking a coaching course. And back in October, I got my professional coaching certification. And then I went on, and I'll finish up this Friday with my master coaching certification. And then I'll work towards credits on the International Coaching Federation. I'm a member, but credits, more credits for the association, for the Coaching Federation. And so I was also chatting with somebody about the power of coaching, that one-on-one coaching. And the way I coach is, it's an agreement between you and me to help you get to the results that you're looking for. So you lead the sessions, you talk about what you want to move forward with. And then I ask questions to help you dig deep and answer those questions so that you can keep moving forward to have tremendous results. And I've been coaching several women since I started the coaching certification. And oh my gosh, I'm seeing them transform. And then several of them are tapping into the Visions to Profits Women's Membership Community for that accountability piece. And it's beautiful. So my question, circling back to you, How are you staying accountable to reach those goals, those visions, those dreams that you want to reach? Who are you accountable to? And how's it working for you? Are you feeling shifts? Are you seeing progress? Are you seeing forward movement? Are you able to um, like we move forward and then we often take big steps backwards, right? That's part of the process. When you take those big steps backwards, are you able to get back onto the success pathway that you are looking for because of that accountability piece? And Chancey's chewing on a bone, so there's a little noise in the background. Um, and that's a really important piece, is to measure our success. So measuring that we're moving forward, or if we're moving backwards, how can we get back on, I call it the beam, to keep moving forward? Who's in place in our life that reminds us of our big purpose, our mantra, our big why are we doing what we're doing? So that when we hit those obstacles, when we backslide, that we can keep going forward. Those are some questions for you to think about today. And I had an intuitive thought. I do tons of meditation and I get these intuitive thoughts. Sometimes I act on them, sometimes I brush them off. When I act on them, I usually have really good things that happen in my life. So I'm going to act on this one. I had an intuitive thought to keep offering my $97 six-pack coaching package until I get that certificate in my hand, or until I get that intuitive thought to go ahead and raise the price. What the six-pack looks like is we meet and I ask you a ton of really in-depth questions, like an hour's worth of questions maybe nobody's ever asked you. And then I give you on the next session a tool, an affirmation story tool to help you to move forward. And then, so that's 2 sessions. And then the 3rd session through the 6th, you can book with me whenever you want. There's no expiration date. So I'll pop that link on both places here on the YouTube Live, and in this community, the Women's Success community. I'll pop the coaching success package for you. It is a limited time offer. Okay. And I'll also post the new updated Visions to Profits membership community. There's lots of goodies that you get each month for a very minimal amount. So I'll pop that in there too. And I would love to hear, for anybody who's watching the replay, I would love to hear how you're staying accountable today. Yeah, let me know. Pop in the comments how you're staying accountable today. All right. Thank you so much for listening today. Thank you for being here with me and being in my community. You help me grow way more than you will ever know. So I appreciate all of you. Thanks so much. Happy day from a very, very snowy Alaska Tracy's office in the trees. Until we meet again. Bye.